Welcome to The Terrible Take, a daily segment telling Steeler Nation what's on our minds. I'm Melanie Friedlander. On Friday, the NFL suspended 5 players for violating the league's gambling policy. 4 were on the Detroit Lions and 1 on the Washington Commanders. 2 of the Lions players received 6-game suspensions for betting on non-NFL games from an NFL facility. The other 3 were suspended indefinitely and can apply for reinstatement next season, similar to the situation with Jaguars wide receiver Calvin Ridley, who will be back with his team after sitting out 1 year. The Lions released the 2 players that were suspended indefinitely and will keep wide receivers Jamison Williams and Stanley Berryhill, who can both return to play after missing the 6 games. For a team that was rebuilding and looking like a potential playoff team this season, losing Williams, their 2022 first-round pick, is a blow. For Berryhill, an undrafted free agent who is looking to earn and keep a roster spot in his second year, this could derail his NFL career. The NFL gambling policy is pretty extensive. If you're a player, you can't place a bet on anything related to the NFL, including games, point spreads, individual performances, or even which songs will be performed at the Super Bowl halftime. If you work for the league, you can't place a wager on anything, and you cannot enter a sports book, even if you don't place a bet. That's not just coaches. You could have a part-time gig selling beer at a stadium or work in the training facility cafeteria, and it still applies. As an employee of the NFL, you are also restricted from promoting or endorsing anything involving gambling. The hypocrisy is so chronic it isn't really even newsworthy anymore. Of course, NFL players and employees can't bet on NFL games where the integrity or the outcome could be suspect. But the NFL, as a league, clearly supports gambling in general. The league promotes fantasy football. The ads during football games always include gambling opportunities from the comfort of your own home. The next Super Bowl will take place in Las Vegas, the capital of gambling. Oh, and just last month at the NFL owners meeting, they voted to allow physical sports books to operate in stadiums on game days starting with the 2023 season. Look, I get it. The players broke the rules. Professional athletes should know their rules, and if they fail to follow them, they will pay the price. I'm not arguing against the suspensions, but the league clearly supports gambling, and they need to adjust their rules to make sense. Those players were probably gambling on their phones, and if they had just stepped across the street, they wouldn't be suspended. When the next CBA gets negotiated, those rules need to make more sense. That's my take. You can follow me on Twitter @GirlSurgeon. Check out The Terrible Take every day at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Follow us on SteelersDepot.com and check out The Terrible Podcast with Dave Bryan and Alex Kozora every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.